Let's get back on to the national political debate and the budget fallout now. And I'm joined here on the desk by Queensland MP Keith Pitt, former Resources Minister. Good to talk to you again, Keith. Now, I try to explain, I tell you what, I get caught in knots when I try and explain what this country's doing to itself in energy with subsidies again. But just explain to me how, I just think this latest rebate just sort of squares the circle, doesn't it? Because we subsidise renewables to get rid of coal, and then we subsidise coal because we have to make sure it doesn't get killed by the subsidies that are designed to kill it. And now everything's such a mess, we have to subsidise everybody's power bill, apparently, to cover the fact that we can't keep power prices low.
Well, I think Labor.
Where does it go from here?
Well, Labor's trying to square the spiral. Right? So you start with the Clean Energy Finance Corporation and you get capital to build your wind farm, intermittent wind or solar. And then off the back of that, you sign an agreement for your RECs, your renewable energy certificates, which are subsidised by electricity users, so you get this extra bit of money. Then after that, you do a deal with the state government, most likely, CleanCo in Queensland or somewhere else, to get exorbitant prices for what it is you produce. And then when people can't afford to pay for it, you take the taxpayers' money from somewhere else and give you a subsidy of $300, which won't touch the sides, right? That'll be forgotten before Christmas. And fundamentally, forget everybody else. Everyone that's in business, everyone that's trying to actually make a living.
Here's what troubles me, and I don't envy you the job you've got ahead of you in trying to fix this, because there's such a pack of cards stacked up here with all these entities and investments and all the kit, all the renewables and the transmission and the storage, everything that's in there now and everything's planned. How do you actually retrofit a sensible energy grid onto that? It's easy to say if we'd started back here and we just sort of basically replaced coal with nuclear, or we went big on renewables with lots of gas peaking, but we haven't done that. How do you retrospectively fix this grid without another decade or two of chaos?
Well, firstly, just absolutely stop the craziness. That's the first thing. An intermittent product can never deliver reliable electricity. That's step one. Step two is we must commit to nuclear, because long term you need base load, you need to be reliable, you need to be affordable. That is the way to do it. In the interim, you maintain your coal assets and you build up gas and you have your peaking plants, because that is reliability. You get your gas price down, your power price down, because guess what? It's on all of the time. You don't have to transport it all over the country. You can actually locate these where you need them, but you've got to sustain your existing baseload capacity, or blackout Bowen will come to fruition.
We've got barely enough coal to do that at the moment, but I agree with you. If we
Lots of coal, Chris. We've got lots of coal.
Barely enough coal-fired generation.
There we go.
Plenty of coal. But what about gas generation? Do we actually need to add more in?
We certainly do in Victoria. If Victoria doesn't start producing from their own assets, there is no way you can shift gas from Gladstone, for example, all the way to Victoria and have it be competitive with the Bass Strait. It's nonsense. So it's a depleting resource in the Bass Strait. You've had a decade-plus moratorium on gas exploration, and now magically Victoria's running out. What a surprise. Yeah,
it's a shambles. We'll wait to hear more on this from Peter Dutton tonight and in the lead-up to the election. Thanks for joining us again.
Great to be with you.
Keith Pitt there on energy. What a shambles, hey?